Which boxes should you buy to start the Empire in Dystopian Wars 3rd and 4th edition? Hello everyone, and welcome for another video of Love and Wargames, the last of our tier list, where we are finally covering the Empire. I love the Empire, but they were voted last in the list for whichever reason. I think they're very, very cool, but still, someone has to finish last, and so we are finishing, well, you decide if it's the best for the end, but we finish with the Asian superpowers that regrouped through their psionically linked emperors to make a massive superpower, and they are really cool. We will not go too much in details of the gameplay and everything, but a little bit like the Alliance, they are very focused on synergies, with each faction doing something very, very strongly. The Chinese having very strong surface fleets. The Japanese also being focused more on less shenanigans than the Chinese and their flamethrowers, but more on raw stats and so powerful submarines as well, and very powerful SLS like the special tokens. And the Koreans that are coming in 4th edition, we've seen the design, they're beautiful, and focusing more on the massive airships aspect. Even though each faction has different things, like there are some Chinese airships, there are some very, very strong Japanese surface ships, etc., etc. As always, for the tier list, we are going to look at the boxes not from a pure value of is it strong or not currently, because we are at the end of 3rd edition. Let's prepare more for the 4th edition, which is what we had been doing all along, in the sense, is it a good box for your collection? Is it, for example, is it a good deal? Is it does it give you units that you might already have too many of if you buy other things, etc., etc. So it's really not meta-focused at all, but more in the terms of how to start and how to build your collection from there. So I randomly put, it uploads randomly all the images here, and we'll have the tiers. Lotus and Eternal is always the almost auto-include. Buy this once, maybe even twice, and you're going to be very, very happy every single time. Unyielding Mountain is going to be the good ones. If you like the design, buy it with your eyes closed, and even if you are on the fence, you can buy it once, you'll be very happy. Steel Blossom is the basic one. It's what it should be usually, if the game was perfectly balanced, in the sense if you like the units, they're good, you can play them. They're not auto-include, and nor are they bad. It's just if you want to make them work, they will work. Fracture Blade, it will require a little bit more work to make these units succeed. If you like the design, sure, there are some synergies, some combos, etc., where they can be good, but the units do not synergize particularly well, or the box, for example, offers you a lot of units that you already probably have a lot of, but there are some units that for sure you can want in this box. And Fallen Petals, either it's anti-synergetic, or most of the time in this category, it's boxes where you have much more value with almost the same unit, if not exactly the same units, in another box. So I really don't recommend this. As always, you know how it works. You can give us a thumbs up to really help. If you give us a comment, you can win, and it's almost the end of the contest, an entire Union Armada, so good the Americans to fight against your Japanese. And you can also win a Dwegom army if you want to play Conquest. And subscribe, go to the Discord to win even more tickets. And if you want to support the channel the most, you can buy your boxes on MyObiPlace, link in the description. And if you credit us, we get some percentage back. And you have minus 15% now on Dystopian Wars. It used to be 10%. Now it was renegotiated, and we are at minus 15% on everything Dystopian Wars and Armored Clash. And that's really good. Thank you, MyObiPlace. Without further ado, we start with the first box, which is, the Hachiman Battlefleet set. Okay, let's take a look quickly on MyObiPlace. It's one of the most expensive type of boxes. We start hard, but have a look at that, guys. This is an absolutely massive box, the largest box available for the Japanese, and probably one of the largest box you can buy currently for the Empire as a whole. You have, you can just take a look. There are so many miniatures. If you try to count them, you'll probably be finished after I finish talking about it. Nah, kidding, I talk a lot. You have the Hachiman, which is, you can only have the Hachiman through this box, is this giant ship here. It's absolutely massive. There are 3 variants of this beautiful, beautiful ship. The launcher that sends those submarines that are also mechs and can fly, it's basically the white base from Gundam or the Archangel, depending on which you want. But on surface, it's beautiful, it's very powerful, it's very tough, and it will, even in 4th edition, it's gonna be good. It's tough as a battleship. It knows what it wants to do, which it wants to stay all the way to the back and be unsinkable. It's probably going to be your flagship, and it's going to just send wave after wave after wave of these very strong SLS tokens. SLS tokens are going to be less OP in the next version of the game, but it's still going to be very good. You have two alternative builds. One of them is the Akita, which is used to be the toughest ship in the game. Like bar none, it was the toughest one per points. It was unkillable. Maybe the Columbia was close, but still, it was basically you were sad when you shot at it because you never did a lot of damage. And you also have the other one with the Yamato gun. It's basically a very anime style, like lots of mirrors making one big line. It is the only template weapon like this. It's just a line weapon when you deal damage in a line and everything doesn't get pure damage, you just get critical damage. We'll see how it gets reworked, but you have three very fun, very different flagships with this box in this present. You also have three sprues of the basic Japanese, basic like frontline Japanese, with some very good surface ships. Every variant is good, and Japanese are good for their point cost. They have high stat line, let's say, but no shenanigans, even though in 3rd edition they had repositioning with the old Shadow Hunter and everything that like the same rule but with different names. It used to be very good. It's still going to be very good probably, with very powerful frigates, very small but packs a punch, bit elite. The Japanese are elite as a whole. You get a lot of those little squids as an escort. This, don't worry, you're going to have a lot by the end of the game. Like, you're going to have a lot, but it's always good to have a lot of escorts. The Sakata destroyers, you have only 3 and you probably will want more, but it's very good to have them. 3 Shubus, the small submarines. Having small submarines just in the back to play as artillery torpedo is always going to be good. We'll see how torpedoes work in 4th edition, but probably going to be the same role. Always good to have them. Lots of SLS tokens. And finally, the very powerful Mass 2 submarines of the Japanese. We said we are not talking about pure power, of course, but in terms of collection, there are so many different variants you can have. As you can see, this is the melee, like tentacle version. You can have a submarine that sends SLS token. So again, perfect thing. Like, you stay all the way in the back, hidden. You send your extreme range torpedoes and you send your SLS tokens. Both of those weapons, I hope, are going to be a little bit nerfed in 4th edition. But still, like, you have so many variants. You can have a teleporting one. You can have a submarine that also summons, like with fire, some islands and stuff. Lots of variants. I love the Japanese in general, but this is going to be a good box. Like, I mean, it is extremely expensive, but I'll be honest, like, let's go back there. If you want to start the Empire and you don't know where to start, and you're like, okay, I want one box, and you like the Japanese, of course. If you like dragons and stuff, we can talk. But if you are like, I like the Japanese, how do I start? I think this is great. You will not have dice and everything. But if you just want to start to get things painted and everything while waiting for 4th edition, and you're like, okay, I will buy the rules then, etc., this is an amazing box. Like, it's always going to be amazing. Lots of value. Everything is easy to play. It's quite elite. It's very fun. So many different weapons options and everything. For me, it goes up there. Like, as always, at the end of the video, we'll rebalance everything, but for me, it goes all the way up there. Then we got the Tianlong. When I'm discussing it, I will put it here in the middle until we discuss. And the Tianlong is, like, isn't it like 3 dragons and like 6 destroyers? Yeah, it's exactly what it is. So 54 euros, 46 with the discounts. I didn't say, but the big box of the Hachiman was more than 100 without discounts, and 86 euros with a 15% discount. And it's the last ones, by the way. The Hachiman, I just noticed this. Maybe if you put the text in English. But yeah, it's the last one. So if you want it, go fast. For the Tianlong, I like the Tianlongs. They are good teleporting. They used to be very bad. Now they're, for the most of 3rd edition, they found their balance as very good alpha strikers. You also have 6 of those gongs against 2 different variants. They used to be very strong. Those were the other way around. They were very strong. They got nerfed. It's a good box. If you like the idea of having a lot of dragons, amazing. They can teleport around. Like, there are 2 variants of the dragons. One is more melee focused, one has some shooting. I will not go in details of the units and everything, but it's a good box. Those Chinese destroyers, let's call it, are efficient. They're always going to be good. They are more like glass cannon, firepower oriented, but they are very good. And the dragons, you have 3, so it's great. However, there are 3 dragons might be overkill, and we will see that there is another box where you can get maybe just enough dragon as what you need, because 3 dragons, it's like already starting to be a skew list, and 6 destroyers, it's fine. Like, it doesn't go all the way down. I'm hesitating, to be honest, between Steel Blossom and Fractured Petal. Fractured Blade, and I think I will drop it here for now. 3 dragons. Like, again, if you love the dragons, put it up, like buy it. There is nothing wrong with buying it if you know you're going to play a lot of Tianlongs, those dragons. And it's good for the destroyers as well. It's not absolutely needed, but if you like some extreme, like long range firepower, those small ships with a lot of rockets in the back line, it's okay, like it's good. However, there are other boxes. We'll see at the end how it shapes, but I think it's not the best box at all, even if you want dragons, because there is another way. Then we go with the Zhanmadao Battlefleet set, and like, I don't understand this box. The Zhanmadao is probably one of the largest miniature in the game. Like, it's like you have, I think, like 6 sprues of those flying castles of the Chinese. I think you can say that you can give them the Japanese keywords and stuff, like there are some shenanigans, but they're basically flying Forbidden City of the Chinese. Currently, they are not very strong. We've seen that in one of the latest battle reports of Dystopian Wars. If you want to take a look, we've seen this Zhanmadao giant fortress a couple times. Every time it was disappointing. It has low armor. However, we know that there's going to be a huge rework in 4th edition, and probably this one is going to be much better to play with. Each variant can, like the big one can set a lot of SRS, as it does everything. There are 2 variants, one of them named. Let's not go in details, but it needs a boost. And the small flying castles either can be teleporting flamethrower things, like they descend from the sky and they just shoot everywhere, very strong. We'll have to see how it goes in 4th edition, but it's very fun. If they keep this gameplay, I think that's how I would play them personally. Or they can be flying aircraft carriers, and then it's also very efficient. I think it's the small, like if you play them with flamethrowers or aircraft carrier and you send them forward, that's when they are vulnerable because they don't have super huge armor. They have a lot of wounds, like hull points, but they're not very resilient. Bit hard to play in 3rd edition, probably it's gonna get much better in 4th, and while we don't know the rules for a while, the one thing I really want to say is that this thing is less than 60 euros brand new. Like, with the 15% discount from Marketplace, it's 50 euros for units that full plastic. There is no resin, which is maybe why it's a bit cheaper. It's a lot of points. Like the Zhanmadao is one of the largest in terms of space and also one of the strongest units in the game. Currently not OP meta chaser, but it's very beautiful. It's for sure one of the signature ship of the entire game, actually. And it's very cool and very thematic, and everybody looks at it first when they go on the table, so very thematic. And so lots of points as well. And it's easy to build, and it's versatile, and it's very cheap. Like, you have so much value in this box. I cannot recommend you, if you tell me I need a tournament in 2 weeks, can I win with this box easily, fingers in the pocket, like hands in my pocket? No, it's not true. But there is a new edition coming. It's a beautiful ship. It personally doesn't speak to me, like flying Forbidden City, sure, whatever. Even though I watch Razifon, so I love flying cities and stuff, but still, it's not my thing. And yet, when I see it on the table, it's like so crazy, like it's beautiful. And it doesn't cost them a lot. You have this giant unit plus 2 escort castle for 50 euros. It's gonna take you a lot of time to paint, though. You might spend more money on the paint than on the miniature itself. I exaggerate, of course, but still, you have so much value, and you have 6 SRS tokens. This is insane. Like, it's not very efficient. I don't know if I put it all the way up or just here. Maybe just here, because it's kind of like full aerial and you cannot score with this currently, probably in 4th edition as well. I will not put it all the way up. But in terms of value, I really want to put it there. I mean, 50 euros, you have so much plastic, such iconic units. If they get strong in 4th edition, which I really believe they will, it's all the way up. You know what? I put it at the end of Lotus Eternal. I will put it down later on if we don't have anything, but it's... Yes, you cannot score, yes, but you have so much from this box. I keep it here. The next box, okay, it's the Heilong Battlefleet set. And again, a banger of a box. Wow, it's a Chinese force. You have 2 different sprues. Let me put it bigger. You have 2 different sprues. You have the support sprues and the frontline sprue, more like the aerial sprue, so that we have seen with the Tianlong and the destroyer small ships. And you have the basic ship, which is a frontline ship, and 2 frigates. And you also have this little guy, the Heilong, which has 2 versions. Both versions have their own box, which is something to remind ourselves of as we will rank it. The ship is beautiful. Like, I don't know if I can zoom it now. We don't see very much. There is an unboxing if you want to have a look. So much detail. It's a beautiful, beautiful ship. It's very fun. We will only talk about the Heilong, which is the flamethrower version, but remember that with the box you can do both versions. There is also a landing version, which is very fun as well. And the box as a whole, you pay 54 euros, so small size box, but you have a lot of variety. You have the dragon that you really want, if you really want. Usually in my lists, as I've seen, you just want one dragon to put in deep strike and bring it later on. One dragon is enough to be a disruption. You have a little bit of everything, and you can even buy this box twice and build both versions of the ship. The Heilong and its Ergun alternative are both very good. Like, they're very strong Chinese battleship. Like, they're not battlecruisers, they are battleships. So many versatilities, such great box. Like, is it currently meta? Yes, even. But whatever the 4th edition brings us, this is going to be a good box no matter what. You have lots of variants. If the Ergun is weak, play it as a Heilong. If the Gong Destroyer is weak with all the rockets, play the alternative version, always magnetize or don't even glue the turret, if you can, and play it as the flamethrower version. If the Tianlong, the dragon melee version is weak, play it as the alternative shooty version with all the lasers. I mean, there are so many variants in all of this with different playstyle that you can replay your list differently every time and have a different gameplay experience. And you can just have fun and or that to the meta. And very, very good box again. My God, do I put it? No, it goes in unyielding mounted. Let's chill for a second. It's not crazy value either. It's just a great, great box. Just. Next box is gonna, is it the Ergun? Yes, it's the Ergun, so it's a sister ship right away. The Ergun, same price, and not a banger. Yeah, this is a banger because it's a sprue that you don't have a lot of access of. It's, I think it's currently the only battleship-sized box that we only cover battleship-sized box, where you can get the support sprues of the Chinese. So you get the Heilong / Ergun, and you have the support sprues of the Chinese with a lot of support ships with like mortars, repair ships, etc. Very cool. You also, oh my God, it's not on the picture. They're missing a picture. There is a giant thing. I'm gonna go on Wayland or something. We're gonna see the terrain / fortress that you get with this. You have the ground tokens for the Empire, which, yes, is the tanks of Armored Clash in small formats. Amazing. And you have those overcraft. They're just floating on the air. They can go on islands with these little anti-air cannons. It's a good ship in itself. And you small mass 1 anti-air ships are always going to be efficient, especially in 4th edition for sure, where they're going to, now that the SRS work a bit differently, the aircrafts, it's very good to have these very mobile things to try to intercept as soon as possible the enemy aircraft. Yeah, I wanted to show you this from Wayland because, yeah, there is actually this fortress that you can drop like infiltrate, let's say, before the battle, so it doesn't move, but you can put it on the ocean, or you can even use it on the ground. It's a drop fortress on an island, and then it just shoots around. You can equip it with flamethrowers. You can hide behind an island, and as soon as the enemy arrives, you can flame them. It's a very cool concept, and I just love, like, it's like a drop castle, like from the Imperial Knights. Like, I love it very, very much. Oh, and I forgot, you also have the Chinese escort, like the Empire escort, which are very, like, amazing box. I cannot put everything all the way up there, but great value. Like, you want some support sprues, you have to go there. And then we go with the Empire starter set, which is, my God, what will I put in bed? The Empire starter set, another pure banger. You have the Congo battleship. This guy. So it's a small Akita, let's call it. You have 2 frontline sprues of the Japanese and 2 support sprues of the Japanese with all the submarines. Everything we said about the Hachiman Battlefleet set is still true. You do have things that are not as amazing as before, because you're going to have old cards. You're going to have old, what old stuff? You're going to get old rules, old cards, and maybe that's going to be it. The die, you can use them well. The critical dice are going to be the same and everything. There's going to be more, of course, in the next one, but still. So because of this, I'm going to say, like, it doesn't go all the way up, especially, guys, since you have the Hachiman Battlefleet set that is good. That is very, very good. And usually, you know that I like to put the starter sets all the way up. And this time it's only going to be here because the Hachiman is so good. And I'm still, you know, should I put it here even? No, I'm gonna put it here. Like the Congo plus all the sports is great. You wanna play Japanese? You buy the Hachiman, you buy the starter set. Okay, you're gonna have a book of rules that you don't care really about, but still, it's such a great value. It's such an upgrade, and it's just a good ship overall. But yeah, it's amazing. We continue with the Congo Battlefleet set. Okay. This is the basic, like it's basically the starter set without all the extra, without the dice, without the rules, without the movement tools and everything. Just the Congo and some frontline ship. And it's cheaper. I mean, it's 46 euros with the discounts, and the Empire starter set is 15 euros more expensive. So basically, it's much less good. Like even if you consider you spend for nothing for the rules and the cards, which will be updated, you still have 2 more sprues, which I don't know how much are the sprues, like the Empire support sprues. Yeah, the support squadrons, even with the discounts, is 28. So you just pay 16, and it means the upgrade, you just have the support squadrons at half price, which is already a deal, plus the dice, plus the tokens, plus the critical effects, plus the movement tools and everything. So yeah, no, the starter set, even with the rules not being there, it's you never want it. And the submarines are so good for the Japanese, it goes there. Like, I cannot recommend you to buy the Congo, even if I'm like, yeah, no, I cannot recommend. Like, if you want the Japanese some more, you always want some more half-priced for like submarines for sure, and all the little extras that you get, and the map and everything. So unfortunately, once again, the Congo goes all the way down. Even though there is a world where you want the which is what I got, the Hachiman, the starter set, and the Congo. Why? Because the Congo that you get both in this box here, if you see my mouse, and in this box here, there are some named version, one named version, especially the Oni, which is very different from a regular Congo battleship. It's a teleporting ship, like a ghost ship, with a lot of boarding actions. It's very cool, very thematic. And so there is a world where you play the Hachiman, for example, as an aircraft carrier. You play the Congo as your main flagship battleship to go in the center, like as your main battleship, your flagship is the Hachiman. And then you play the Oni as a teleporting threat, just hiding behind islands, teleporting at the enemies, killing them through boarding, and then teleporting away. If it still works like this in 4th edition, but since the lore of the thing is a ghost ship appearing, making boarding actions, and then disappearing again with their special technology, I think their gameplay is still going to be the same. So there is a world where you want all 3 boxes to play them as you want. But if you say like, okay, I will either play the Congo, either the Oni, and my Hachiman I will play as an Akita, or I have another main tanky battleship, then you don't need. So it stays in Fallen Petals. We're already reaching the end, and I think this is the... What was the name? I'm trying to remember. No, I don't have it. Let's not waste time on it. The Ning-Jing. I'm not there yet. It's the Ning-Jing. Ning-Jing Battlefleet set, or one of the first, I think it was the first box released for the Empire, with 2 frontline sprues of the Empire, and which means of 2 cruisers and 4 small ships. The Shanghai, I think they're called. Yeah, they're called the Shanghai. The Ning-Jing itself is a bit boring. Like it's basically a weaker Heilong. Like it's fine. Like it's nothing crazy, nothing very impressive. But there is an alternative build, which is the Yangtze, which is insane. And the Yangtze looks like this, and it's this giant command artillery ship. And in the fluff, like I think the rules are gonna stay, because in the fluff it is a command ship, so it used to give you boosts in 3rd edition, like Fortunes of War, which were very rare. We'll see what it gives in 4th edition, but it's a command ship. It's supposed to be your Chinese flagship. It shoots from very far away with crazy artillery. It's not the only ship with this artillery now. The rare support sprues that we've seen on the Ergun Battlefleet can make a little smaller, weaker version of the Yangtze, though with 2 cannons instead of 3. It's still very much a threat. And you can replace the rear gun with something defensive like a shroud generator, or whichever generator will be good in 4th edition. It's a really good ship, the Yangtze. Like, it used to be auto-include because of the rules, and because of, like, the Chinese wants to be close with flamethrowers, so it's good to have someone holding the back and just first turn giving you some artillery cover fire. It is not a bad ship at all. And because of that, guys, it's gonna go in Steel Blossom, the Ning-Jing. If you like it, for the Ning-Jing or for the Yangtze, it's not bad. Chinese frontline, you actually don't have them so much. Used to be like, because they are not in the starter set. Unfortunately, otherwise it might be reversed with the Congo the other way around, but You don't have so many of them, so don't worry about it. It is a bit less good in terms of a box than the Tianlong or the Ergun Battlefleet sets, but the Ning-Jing is still very, very good. So not auto-include by any means, so it stays in Steel Blossom. But if you like it, like you can, if you like the concept of the Yangtze, buy the box. You will not be upset at all. And the sprues, you're gonna use them. And we finish with the Ika Colossi Squadron, and take the picture because they're well painted from Wayland Games. And the Ika Colossus. Oh, we don't have the whole view of it. You basically. Thanks for not putting it, but you basically got two of those giant Ika, which used to be extremely strong. It's Japanese ships, obviously, and they're very cool. They can teleport around and there are two different variants. This one with the shooty lasers and fine boarding and everything, or the stronger one, this one, that can make some ramming action, some boarding action, and is just an absolute threat. And also boost, as you can see here, it can boost the little escorts that he can bring with him. Little escorts being those little things that he drops. And currently in 3rd edition, I would say it's completely OP. Like, it will destroy any aircraft carriers, no questions asked. Teleporting around, it has a good range with his tentacles. He has a capacity to grab ships away and pulling them in. And it's just, you always win a trade war with this. It's not that expensive, and it can hunt ships much bigger than himself. And it's just so strong, and you cannot really protect yourself. Like, you can try with some deep strike denial, but still very hard. It is also one of the cheaper boxes. It's full resin, including those little Ikas there. In the other boxes, when it's on the sprues, those automatas are made in plastic, but in this box, they are in resin. And it is a cheap box. Like, it is a squadron box, but it's the only way for you currently to have those ships. No, it's normal because they are made of resin. And it's a concept. If you like the giant squid concept, it goes all the way up, for sure. In terms of rule, they are very strong. We'll have to see how it works in 4th edition. It is going to be well scored, because damn guys, like, it's less than 40 euros, these things, plus the discounts and everything. Like, it's a very cheap box. I will put it here in Steel Blossom, probably on the top of Steel Blossom, because it works well. It's a unit. You don't spend a lot. It's not a fleet in the box at all. But if you are like, oh, I have a shooty army, I need to have a solution to go hunt enemy aircraft carriers that are staying hidden, or artillery ships or whatever, this is your solution. You send it, it cleans the map. Currently, it's too strong. 4th edition, it's going to be nerfed probably, because right now it's just auto-click, point and delete, and there is no strategy involved. But even if it's a bit more involved, with whichever rule they find out, it is still going to be a very cool, very thematic ship that makes the crew of the enemy ships go, oh no! It's very, very powerful and very fun to play. And it's not expensive either in terms of euros, because you have 2 big ships and some resin escorts for like 30 euros, 35 euros, something like that. So it's very good. And in terms of points, one ship, one Ika with a few escorts, is going to be the same price as, let's say, maybe two little cruisers together. So it's cheap. You can always fit one in your list, and it's just a good ship. Nothing much more to say. It is a bit fragile once it is deployed and did its damage, except if you really deployed it to hunt a aircraft carrier that was very isolated, you might get killed by the counterattack. But if it's just like 3 frigates, you will not die either. It's not either made of paper. And yeah, it's a good ship. If you like it, you can buy it. Okay, did we cover everything? I think so. Let's see if we got everything. The Hachiman Battlefleet set being like all the way up, because you have, okay, it's the most expensive box. So like, was I reasonable to put it there? But yeah, you have so much value in there, and it's just a great box. I might put the Zhanmadao all the way up because of the crazy amount of value you get in the box. Like, you pay 50 euros and you have such massive, iconic, beautiful, powerful ships that are tough. Like, we'll see 4th edition rework once again, but they are imposing. If they give them the rules they deserve in 4th edition, they're going to be absolute show stealers. And for 50 euros, you have lots of value. Hachiman, it's double the price, basically, a bit less than double the price. It's 86 euros instead of 50 compared to the Zhanmadao. But you have, like, let me show you again. But guys, you do have miniatures. This is a fleet in a box. You can start playing with this. If it's your second fleet or third fleet, the Empire, you already have the dice and you already have the things and stuff. Buy this box. That's my recommendation. It's such great value, such fun ship, and easy to learn and everything. It's a brilliant box. Ergun and Heilong, you can never go wrong with those. Either of those good ships with good value. Also gonna put the Empire starter set quite up. I mean, if you're a new player, this is where you start, because you will need the dice, you will need the whichever you want, and this is your one go stop. So it goes all the way up. If you're a new player, you have no tool of Dystopian Wars, you have to buy this. Or if you want to play pure Chinese, then buy pure Chinese and buy the dice and everything on the side. But maybe if you want to play pure Chinese and I want no Japanese, maybe wait for the release of 4th edition so you can buy the correct rulebook and the correct cards. So Ergun and Heilong, both of them, you can buy them. You can buy both of them. They're going to go very good together. It's, for me, the best Chinese box there is after the Zhanmadao. But for the surface to win the objectives and everything is good. The Ika Colossi Squadron, very cheap. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Great box. The Ning-Jing, also very good. It depends of your playstyle. If you want to play pure Chinese, you will need a Yangtze at some point. If you want to play mixed Japanese and Chinese, then consider if you really need a Ning-Jing and you don't want just those 2 boxes, and then you're going to be fine. Tianlong, good box as well, but if usually, personal taste, 1 dragon is all I need. And sometimes I don't even bring one because I have an Ika Colossus. If you play pure Chinese, I absolutely see the argument being made. I don't know, I need 2 dragons or 3 dragons. But then maybe just buy another box of the Heilong to get 2 dragons. If you want a lot of destroyers, which you get 6 of in the box, I also can understand the point. But really consider your list building options, and for sure wait for 4th edition before you buy this box. Because I'm afraid that in 4th edition, you will want 1 or 2 dragons, even more, and not 4 of them or 5 of them. So be careful with that before you start purchasing. And finally, the Congo, I cannot recommend it. If you want the Congo Battlefleet set, just spend 15 euros more and get so much more with the Empire starter set. Because you get the support sprues, which are rare, even more rare for the Japanese, and you get them at half price, plus all the little discount that you get on the side. So for 60 euros, for sure this, instead of the Congo at 45. For sure, it's just pure value. Try to save another month or something, wait your purchase, but don't buy the Congo, except, and disclaimer for everything, if you go to your local friendly game store and there is a discount, this box at minus 50% or whatever, sure, do put this into consideration. If you see a Congo at, 30 euros price, then yes, it's a good purchase. If you see an Hachiman, and I've seen this once at 50% discount, it was at our local shop. Let me tell you, it didn't finish the day. Once it was known there was an Hachiman at half price. And now they don't put Dystopian Wars on discounts anymore because they know that it's just going to get sold at some point. All right, that was the last of our tier list for how to start Dystopian Wars. Let's make some disclaimers about what is going to happen next. We are trying, and emphasis on the trying, to get something prepared for the 4th edition. It should be done. We'll have to see how early we can get the rules for 4th edition in the orbits and stuff. But we are really trying very hard to organize two very good battle reports to be released at some point in the life of 4th edition, probably at the latest when the 4th edition is released. If we have the authorization to release it earlier, we will do so. We need to check that. We want you to understand what is going to be great in 4th edition and everything. And since War Cradle tells us that yes, it's fine to show a battle report early, it does mean that they are confident that their game system is good, and I really trust them in that. When we see Armored Clash, it's an amazing game system, so we are looking forward to make it better. Little disclaimer on what is coming next. We are trying to synchronize with War Cradle and IGTV, a French channel, that to organize a battle report of the 4th edition of Dystopian Wars. I don't have the rules yet. I don't have anything yet, not the orbits nor anything. But as soon as we get, we'll try to synchronize to once we have the beta rules, to record 2 battle reports, one in French, one in English, to have it, well, whenever Warcradle will tell us that they want to release it. The latest, I guess, is going to be the release day, maybe before for the pre-order or something. I'll let you know about this in the Love and War Games Discord, link in the description, and of course also in the official Dystopian Wars Discord. You can have a look there, also in the description. Once beyond this battle report, we are going to make some analysis of what has changed. I will prepare a video of like the condensed need to know. Why is the 4th edition different from the 3rd? What is better? Hopefully everything. What is worse? Hopefully nothing. We'll have to wait for the rules, but well, I will tell you what is different in a video. We're also going to make, if I have time, because we covered quite a few games, I will try to make perfection one video on how they play in 4th edition. If there are not so many changes or something, I will make one video shortly where with 8 chapters, one for each main faction, how it changed, the key units that have changed, new MVPs or old stars that are going down and stuff. We'll try to cover all of this, and then we'll start to make all our battle reports on the 4th edition. So probably it means there is not going to be any more battle report in 3rd edition, because the next one we're going to report, hopefully in a couple of weeks, is going to be already in 4th edition. That's it, guys. Thank you for having watched all these tier lists until the end. If you want to watch all the other tier lists, which are still, as always, about the collection of it all, you can find them in the playlist. If you have any questions on how to start Dystopian Wars, those boxes and everything, as always, ask in the comments. It will be my pleasure to answer it. Join us in the Dystopian Wars Discord and the Love and War Games Discord, especially the Love and War Games, for more tickets to have a chance to win Union Armada Dwegom Army. And as always, give us a comment as well to gain even more chance. Subscribe, activate the bell to not miss any of our videos. And until the next video, guys, take care of yourself and remember to keep things fair in Love and War Games. Bye!